Welcome to the Ball to All podcast, the show for people who can't stop talking about pickleball or listening to Taylor Swift. I'm Chelsea, fiercely competitive, loves an Alabama backhand, and still hasn't emotionally recovered from All Too Well 10-minute version.
And I'm Leah, your typical millennial who loves mid-game commentary. I really double as your hap girl, and I treat every match point like it's a bridge from Cruel Summer. We're best friends who think pickleball is part sport, part friendship bracelet exchange, and we have the kind of energy that keeps you coming back for just one more game.
So tighten that ponytail, get to the kitchen line, and let's ball too well. All right, episode 7.
Welcome. Yay.
We're so excited. We do have two little special guests, if you haven't noticed them yet. We got some little boo-boos.
We are too old to have little-boos.
I really don't understand them still.
Yeah,
but
physically.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, great question.
Make it make sense.
Very excited about them.
They're so cute.
I don't really know why. They're adorable. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but they have our logo.
Literally little sweatsuits.
On their little sweatsuits.
With our logo. I will have you know, we did not go out and fetch these ourselves.
Absolutely not.
We are, I'm basically 36 at this point. We're 36
We're
years
36
old.
As a unit.
But we got a text last week from our mother. And she said, what time will you be at pickleball? Which is all she really ever asks.
Yeah. This is our pickleball mother, for those wondering what we mean by that.
I had a weird dream about Ashley, a.k.a. mother. And so I was like, this feels weird. And then we show up, and she's like, come to my office. I have something to show you. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And
we were
then
scared.
out of her backpack, she pulls out two fucking
Pulls them
Labubus. Just like she's had them.
Out of nowhere. She doesn't gift us things.
No, she barely texts
We're
us
pretty
or acknowledges.
sure. Yeah, we still have questioned repeatedly whether or not she likes us at all. And so for her to get us a gift, one, of this caliber, I hear they're expensive, but two,
and hard to get.
The work to go onto Etsy as well and have someone customize a little outfit.
Incredible.
Insane.
That's some Chelsea Klein bullshit.
That
right
really
there.
is. We love you, Ashley.
Love you, Mom.
We miss you. You're actually playing pickleball right now. We can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you yelling at someone.
And we
to move your
love
feet.
them so much.
We love them. They're our new children.
And you're going to see them around the pod and in our content coming up. So
they're in my dreams.
They're everywhere.
They're like the Furbies.
They really
for
are.
this generation.
They really are. Yeah.
And as someone who has a Furby tattoo, it is what it is.
It is. Wait, let's get those Labubu tattoos.
Oh, fuck. No, I physically can't. Carl,
no.
Don't take our call.
Don't
take
us up on that.
No.
All right. So this episode's going to be really pickleball heavy, and I need people to know that. But a lot has been happening.
Yeah, this week in pickleball was wild.
This week in pickleball. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So we had the Pickleball Central Sacramento Vintage Open, which is a lot to say.
The longest title.
And several of the usual and top players were missing this weekend.
It felt weird.
A lot of new faces. So really what was going on, they were either taking a week off like ALW.
Surprise.
Or they were across the pond. They were in Malaysia.
Truly. Jet setting. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
A Jet 2 holiday.
That's all I could think about.
Which was kind of fun because it provided an opportunity for us to see a lot of different faces that we don't often see, at least in the championship rounds.
Or in semis.
There was really a lot of new players in those specific games, which was kind of fun.
I enjoyed it.
It made for just a different pickleball experience.
But girl, those paddles, those wooden paddles.
So with it being the Vintage Open,
they
played with the OG style pickleball paddle, which when it was invented in 1965, they played with wooden paddles.
Which I feel like everyone accidentally buys a wooden paddle whenever they
when you first started. Yeah.
I can remember whenever we bought our first paddles, people were like, these are trash. And I was like, oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what's interesting is like, seeing them play with a $25 wooden paddle, because it was $24.99 on pickleballcentral.com.
They were
pushing.
They really wanted people to get them.
They're like, please buy this
Which
paddle.
I did think it was kind of cool. A lot of people in the audience had the paddles, and they were all signed by a bunch of the players.
Cool.
I thought that was cool. If I would have gone, maybe I would want one, but
otherwise,
I'm good.
I don't need that paddle.
No,
I have enough to deal with. But just like seeing them, the players, try to like generate power and spin and just like trying to like place their little angles. It was comical.
Yeah.
It was like watching me play pickleball with a real good paddle.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Not happening. No.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of frustration on the courts.
Oh my God.
When it came to the paddles, there were a few specifics that kind of stood out. People who were getting really frustrated with it.
Yep.
Because definitely, if you think about the wooden paddle, it doesn't have the grip like all of our carbon fiber paddles do.
Yeah.
So harder to generate spin. What I noticed was a lot of balls were going out because they were used to being able to spin the ball with their faster shots, and they were just flying out. And then with resets and then also with drops, I noticed too, there was a lot of balls going into the net because there just wasn't the same kind of power mechanics behind it, which I think a lot of them found very, very frustrating.
We were making bracelets for TS12 last night, and we were watching some of the championship Sunday, and Callie Jo Smith yells at her paddle.
She screams.
She's like, I love this paddle. And I was just like, girl, convince yourself.
Yeah.
Manifest it. Because this paddle is going to beat the death of you. No, people were big mad.
And then in Kate Fahey's final match as well, the championship, she used 3 paddles.
Someone get that girl a grip.
No grips to be seen. She had to use 3 different paddles over the course of the one match because they kept breaking. She was like squeezing them, and she was like, nope, need another one. So that was definitely,
The third one, she like literally unwrapped it like a lip gloss.
Yeah.
And just like threw the trash on the floor and like handed it to the ref for the third time. She's like, can we go?
I know. Yeah.
Crazy. Insane.
Yeah.
And I really think what I noticed specifically in the semis, because it was pretty late. We were putting out Halloween on Saturday, and it was getting pretty late. And I turned on some pickleball TV. The rallies really took a long time because there just wasn't all that like high power spin, high power drives. It was like old school, your grandmother's pickleball. It was kind of crazy to watch. We saw more third shot drops than I've ever seen in the PPA. The matches, all of them were tight. I feel like Championship Sunday was a little bit different, but a lot of the matches were like back and forth, neck and neck. So yeah, I just felt like it was just really, really difficult. To like, the paddles, not the problem. We are
the problem because all of that being said, I was still so impressed with how well they played with them. And I was like, oh, so all these times that we've been updating our paddles being like, no, I definitely need a better paddle. Probably just need to drill more.
Well, also what I will say is that I found that as the week went on, the patience with the players got better.
For sure.
I feel like the first day, people were just getting mad. And so like really and truly every shot was counting in the semis and in the finals. And I feel like patience became your best friend. If you could just slow the game down like it was originally created. And I mean, we play with these EULAs and like whatever, with the Vulcan ball or with the lap time ball. I don't care. I like a slow game. I like to dink. I like to like move things around. So I enjoyed not seeing just slam, 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 slam. It was kind of nice.
One thing I didn't even really think of, I guess, is I wonder if any of them leading up to this tournament were like practicing with the wooden paddles.
Leah Jansen was all over her Insta story, like posting. Just like drill sessions and like for fun play sessions with the paddle.
Interesting. I wonder if this is something they're going to keep doing every year or something they do every year.
No. So from what I've read, this is like a one-stop thing. Maybe it'll come back next year. But I have heard that it was like an anniversary thing because it's from 1965 to 2025.
Well, one thing I have talked about, which I think could be, they're never going to do it in pro pickleball, but one thing I want to do personally, which would be really fun to see, is anything but a paddle games, where you have to bring like a frying pan or something crazy and play with instead. I think that would be very entertaining to watch the pros do it.
I'd pay money for that, like a fundraiser or something.
For sure.
I'd pay for that.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Let's talk about women's, just in general, women's pickleball. It's our favorite type of pickleball. So obviously we missed ALW, who just took a week off.
Good for her.
Timing seems interesting.
Well,
I mean, it's like people were saying, points were on the line for the PPA.
They were.
And good for her for being like, I'm protecting my brand. I'm protecting my points. I'm not going to be on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's why she did it or not, but, and then, oh no. Oh no.
Boo boo down.
Boo boo down. See, this is what I was, okay.
We can just lay him on the paddle.
It's good. She'll just chill. They will just chill.
We're not gendering our little boo boos.
But, so we were missing, obviously, ALW, and then Caitlin Christian was in Malaysia. So, two big names.
Two big names missing from the women's singles. So, in our final matchup for the Vintage Cup, we had Kate Fahey and Jeannie Bouchard. Fahey took home the win.
Yeah, she did. That was
so
wild.
Impressive.
We were both like jaws on the table.
We were yelling. We're like making bracelets with these tiny beads, and we're like yelling and so excited.
Yeah, I dropped 2 bracelets. It was wild.
Some of the gets that she had were insane.
No.
All of a sudden, she would just be on this side of the screen, and then this side of the screen, and then this side, and this. She was just popping up out of nowhere.
Truly. Like
and
whack-a-mole.
then she had this beautiful backhand inside out like drip shot.
Oh, it's what I'm known
as she
for.
was running backwards, and we were like, "Oh, Leah, that's your
my
classic
signature shot.
Classic signature Leah shot."
Yeah.
That's crazy that Kate Fahey's doing
so crazy.
that. But one thing I really appreciated about her too after the win was that there was videos of her with her trophy, and the crowd was cheering, all very excited for her. And she was like, "Let's get a group shot." And she like runs up into the crowd and takes a photo with everyone. And then there was also on Instagram a video of her being like, "I won, I'm jumping into the pool." And she just jumped into the pool in all of her clothes with her medal. I thought it was so cute. She just comes across to me as so down to earth and so genuine. And I love the win for her, for how hard she was playing, scraping her knee.
Girl.
She was giving it her all.
Truly.
She was so dedicated, and I'm happy for her. I think she did a really great job.
Yeah, I think one thing that we didn't talk about enough this weekend is the fact that she's getting married this coming weekend.
She is.
At a family friend's farm in New Jersey at 5 p.m. with 218 guests. Why would they not leave that girl alone?
They were like, "We have a few details here. 5 p.m. Like,
are we already showing up?
We don't need to know this. Let her just protect her peace for a second." The second she got off the court and she won, they were like, "So you're getting married." Like, they wouldn't leave her alone about it.
I can't say it. It's okay.
But congrats to her on all accounts, I guess.
Yeah, congrats.
We love that for you.
Hope your dress is long.
At 5 p.m. Next weekend. That's
in New
so
Jersey.
Great. In New Jersey.
Can we make it 220 guests? We'll show up.
Oh my gosh.
And then, of course, women's doubles. ALW, Anna Bratt, Catherine Parento, all missing this weekend.
Right. Yeah.
So we ended up having the finals with Jessie Irvine and Callie Jo Smith. That was a hard game to watch on their side.
Yeah.
Because they played against Etta Tuianotoa and Lacey Schneeman, which there were moments in that game where I felt like one side was really, really hustling. I felt like Jessie and Callie Jo were hustling.
Yeah.
And then I was like, have Etta and Lacey even moved? Like, they were just like plopping shots. And that was a hard one to watch.
It was hard. It really didn't go how I thought it would go.
No. I mean, because I watch Callie Jo a lot with like her like instructional videos and everything else. I was really surprised. So that was on women's doubles.
Yeah.
We have men's to talk about too. Not much.
But
we can tell you what happened.
men's did happen as well. So for men's singles, we had Gabriel Joseph versus Federico Staksrud. He ended up taking it. Staksrud did for the men's singles.
That was the guy that didn't like his outfit.
Didn't like his outfit.
Gabriel's, by the way.
Yeah. You didn't like all of his chains?
No. Dripping in jewelry.
And And he's also getting married. No, they like
Someone's
showed his,
getting married.
They just could not stop talking about weddings this weekend.
The PPA is a busy organization, and everybody was
Bus,
we have
another
one,
club.
Truly,
everyone's getting married this one weekend
Everyone.
because otherwise you're all busy.
All at a Lifetime Sports Center. I'm sure.
Yeah. Then for men's doubles, we had Dylan Fraser and J.W. Johnson took the win against Augustus Gah and James Ignatovich.
Yeah. Good job pronouncing those names.
Thank you. I'm stressed.
My JW would not have
but they won. Good for them.
They did.
JW had a great weekend.
Yeah. No. We can't talk too much about it.
We can't talk a lot. We have thoughts that we can't share.
Because mixed doubles is really, I felt like, yes, JW did a great job in men's doubles with Dylan. I don't know that he plays singles, but he played mixed doubles with his sister,
Georgia.
Yeah, and Ben Johns and ALW were missing.
Right.
So it was a little bit different of a
little different
championship
than we're used
Sunday.
to.
So tell us about that one.
So Georgia Johnson and J.W. Johnson, siblings, took the L. No, they took the W. The dubs against Kate Fahey and Dylan Fraser. They started a little slow. They lost the first game.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. And then, I feel like Georgia was getting very frustrated.
She was big mad.
Over the whole weekend, I feel like she was the one who seemed the most visibly frustrated with the paddles.
Right.
But they went on to win 3 in a row. So they ended up taking the title there.
Yep.
I have 3 brothers. Love them to death. You would not catch me playing a competitive sport with any of them. So the way that they're able to play together, good for them.
I think I did one league with Cassidy, my husband. And I was like, we're never doing this again. I love you too much to be on this court with you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I can't. Good on them. Maybe it's, I don't know.
I don't know.
Their mom, though, makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And then we have a little bit of news on the PPA tour of Malaysia.
So we had the Malaysia Cup.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from watching all of the Malaysia stuff was the crowds were so freaking energized.
Girl, we're going to Malaysia.
We have to.
Wow.
They were like, this is, I think, the 3rd game or 4th game ever for PPA Asia. I might be wrong on that, but that's what I read. There haven't been that many games over there.
Sure.
And the way that these stands were full.
Yeah.
There wasn't an empty seat.
No.
At least in the championships. And they were every point, every backhand, every tweener, the crowd was like gasping, cheering, screaming. And I think part of that is due in part to some of the players who did a really fantastic job of engaging with the crowd, like I've never seen before.
Yeah, no, wild.
But I just thought the Malaysia crowd showed up for pickleball in a way that I wish the U.S. crowds would more. Yeah. So I love that. I love Malaysia. They're incredible.
Yeah, no, it was good. Mixed doubles, obviously a lot of our normal folks were over there. So mixed doubles, Anna Bratt and Ben Johns ended up winning over Caitlin Christian and Christian Alston. So that was interesting.
Yep.
We don't, I don't see Ben play with a lot of other people. It's usually ALW. So it was kind of cool to see him play with Anna Bratt.
With someone else. Yeah.
And then in men's doubles, Ben Johns and Christian Alston again lost. I was shocked.
This is one of the only games where I was like loving men's pickleball.
Yeah, I don't typically love men's pickleball, but I do love Tassin McGuffin.
I love him.
I low-key bought my first good paddle because he was the one on it. I remember watching pickleball and being like, who is this tattooed man on the TV?
To me, he's like the AJ McLean of pickleball.
Yes.
I think that and listen, I've always been an AJ girl. So I was like, in it. That's my guy right there.
Yeah. His little short shorts, his little pink undershorts.
His little short shorts.
I bet if he were to lift his shirt, he has a belly button tattoo like AJ.
Listen,
we need
to deep dive.
Yeah, we'll deep dive on that for you. So Tassin McGuffin and Eric Onsens, I probably mispronounced that. I'm very sorry. Ended up winning.
They took the win.
Whenever I saw the matchup, I was like, oh It'll be fun to watch,
right?
But it probably won't go how I want it to go. No, and the way that Tassin damn near flew into the crowd.
They're throwing their not even on the win. They
Literally.
like both. It was just a really good rally. They both threw their paddles,
incredible,
running, high fiving everybody in the crowd, screaming, jumping around. I was like, this is what pickleball should be.
This is what I want to be watching,
right? Like as a viewer sitting in my living room, I was so amped about this game.
Period.
More than I'd ever been before.
You're like, are we doing shots?
Are we? Let's go. Where's Jenny?
Where is Jenny?
Let's go.
Yeah. No, it was good.
No, they did such a great job.
Yeah. And women's doubles was good too.
Women's doubles was good. We had Nicola Schumann, and then we had Danny Ellie Townsend versus Zoe Wong and Caitlin Christian. Zoe and Caitlin ended up taking the win.
Yeah.
That was a great game as well.
Yeah. Also really good.
Yeah.
They were just good games for the PPA entirety this weekend. Yeah. So love that. And it was like pickleball in the morning, pickleball in the evening.
All day
pickleball
long.
at supper time.
Exactly.
It was truly every time you turned around, there was just more pickleball.
Was happening.
I was into it.
Yeah.
I was into it. Speaking of there being pickleball all the time, let's get to our main topic of the day.
Let's do it.
And that's going to be indoor versus outdoor play.
Yeah. Very touchy subject for some people.
Listen, I have a lot of very deep-rooted opinions about this.
Uh-huh.
And considering we had to drive through a rainstorm to get here today.
True.
Physically.
Mm-hmm.
What a better time. The universe is like, girls, let me remind you why you like indoor play.
Exactly. I was walking out of the office and one of the MAs was like, pickleball's canceled. Look at that. And I was like, no, it's not. Because I play indoor. And she was like, oh, yeah, I guess not.
No, we don't have those problems.
We don't have those problems.
So I think we should break down kind of indoor versus outdoor.
Sure.
What are the pros? What are the cons?
Yeah.
And I think we should start with my love, which is indoor pickleball.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. So we both prefer indoor for sure. I think you have a little more strong opinions on that than I do. But I definitely prefer indoor to outdoor.
Yeah.
Most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the good things about indoor play. So one is the playing surface is consistent.
Yes.
I have played more outdoor than you have.
Oh yeah.
And there are definitely times where there are cracks in the what would you call it?
The ground?
The ground? I don't want to call it asphalt, but like there are cracks.
Floor?
There are cracks in the court. And that can definitely alter play. Now, there are a few courts where there's like a weird little line or something here where if the ball hits it just right, but you're not really going to encounter that much with indoor pickleball.
No.
And then, like we mentioned, indoor, you can play regardless of the weather, especially in a state like Colorado. Yeah. We get a lot of different weather systems coming through, rain, wind, snow. Really, really hot days, really cold days. And if you play indoors, you don't really have to worry about that.
No, there was so much wind today. Mm-hmm. We were trying to take Cassidy's chemo picture outside, and the whole ass tripod just fell. I was like, well, okay, there goes that.
So imagine
a pickleball?
Trying to hit a pickleball.
Physically, no.
Even a little slight wind really alters how you have to twist your handle or the handle of your paddle, how much force you need, if you need to pull back force. It really affects it. So indoor, you don't really have to worry about that.
No.
Consistent playing conditions.
Yeah. The one time that I've actually played outside, I was with Sierra, and I want to say Caitlin and one of Caitlin's friends.
You went to Prospect, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't know. Mm-hmm. And it was like sunny and it was fine. And we were playing out of nowhere, started downpouring rain. And I was like, what the? No. Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah.
One of the balls went over and like into like a little creek area. I've been bitten by a snake. I don't need to go in the grass. Yeah. You're not going to find Leah out in the grass like that. So yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
So with that being said, there's like less debris and environmental distractions, unless you're playing with Devon
unless those thighs are out.
The thighs are out. I'm distracted.
With indoor pickleball, that is a distraction you have to be aware of.
But keep it coming. And then also you have extended playing hours in some facilities.
Yeah. They do the glow light here.
Yes.
Well, they'll have play really late into the evening indoor, which you can't do that outside.
Nope.
So
a lot of them, those little lights turn off and you're just like turning your phone light on or something. I don't know. It's not for me.
Other pros of playing indoors, staff is present if there are issues.
Shout out Peter,
Luke,
Anna.
all of them. I mean, there have been a few instances of things happening here, and thank goodness there's staff. Like, especially we had talked on a previous episode about playing like open play settings and people not wanting to split up and people not wanting to move off courts. If you're just at like an open park pickleball situation,
Good luck.
If those people don't want to get off the court or don't want to split, there's no one to actually tell them that they need to follow the rules. So really big positive, I would say, playing indoors, that there is staff to support you if there are other guests being rude. And then a huge one, there are bathrooms.
Yes.
And there are water fountains.
Yes.
Which is not a guarantee at all outdoor pickleball courts. So big plus.
Huge plus. One of the things that I personally love about playing inside, specifically at Third Shot, is that there are party rooms. I love to throw an event. It's one of my favorite things. I love a party. I love anything that we can just like all get together and get a little snack.
Yeah.
So you can do that. And also just my biggest thing, knowing that the court is yours.
Yeah.
And I know that there are other things that you can do that outside. I didn't know that, and because I made my notes. But I love a reservation. If we're going to dinner, I want a reservation. Jenny's coming. We're having brunch. We already have a reservation.
Yeah.
I love a reservation.
Yeah.
Let me know, and I can say, "Excuse me, hi, 7:00. I have the court. Thank you so much."
Thank you so much.
So I really enjoy that. And allegedly, there are places outside you can do that. I'm just thinking about like free,
community parks.
spaces.
You can't really. You might be able to, but not typically can you reserve courts at certain times. It's mostly just for open play type play.
Yeah. So, those are the pros in our opinion.
Yeah. Now there are some cons for indoor. For me personally, the artificial lighting is an issue on some courts. We experienced this during our first tournament. Some of the court, it just sucks. If the lights are in a certain way, just with the artificial lighting in general, for me, I get headaches from it. And also it's just hard for me to see the ball. I lose the ball quite a bit depending on which direction we're facing inside. So that can be an issue. Depends too on the place that you're playing. Pickleball, at Third Shot Pickleball here in Wheat Ridge, it's pretty good. We've been to other gyms where the lighting was an even bigger issue, but for here, it's not bad.
Not too bad.
And then another con is cost. So pickleball is a very expensive hobby if you do it as much as we do. And so I know for a lot of folks, like wanting it to be more accessible, playing indoors is more expensive than playing outside and finding free courts. Now there are lots of kind of benefits of paying and, like we've talked about, having reservations, but it's definitely not something to overlook, that you can play for free outdoors,
100%.
which for a lot of people is a big pull.
Period.
And I think is really important to make note of.
Yep.
And then the last thing, at least for me, when it comes to the cons, is that there can be limited availability in terms of indoor court reservation and availability. Specifically in the winter time, we noticed that here at Third Shot, people can't play outdoors, and so everyone's coming inside, and it can be difficult to find courts. And if they're all booked up, then you don't have the option of just getting in the rotation because it's booked. Whereas in outdoors, a lot of times you can still jump in the paddle stack regardless of how many people are there.
Yeah, which I can understand that. One of the other things, because your girls love a lob.
Yup.
And if you're inside at the wrong place, you can't lob.
That's a problem.
We stay lobbing. So the ceiling height restriction can sometimes affect your gameplay. Also, it can get kind of noisy. We were playing the other night, and there were these guys just like drinking beer, shooting the shit.
That man took his shirt off at one point, and we were like, can we get somebody over there?
And
is this an emergency?
Yes,
can we end this?
Yeah. So it can be a little bit noisy sometimes. Adam, one of the guys that works and plays here, wears like headphones, which I find comical. He's like just blocking everyone out. And then space on certain courts, there's not as much room on like all sides of the court. So that can be a little bit of a problem, but that's also anywhere. I mean, it all depends. Like the courts in Roswell, New Mexico, where my mom used to live. We went outside to do those, and they were also like trash.
Yeah.
So there wasn't, I don't know. It can be it can be a pro and a con everywhere.
Yeah,
So.
for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about outdoor pickleball. A lot of these are going to be similar topics to what we just covered for indoor. So some pros, this list is pretty short, but the pros for outdoor pickleball, for me,
Go ahead.
Fresh air.
Go ahead.
I love me some fresh air.
Love that for you.
I just, being in the OR all day, not even seeing outside, not having the option to even take one breath of fresh air all day long, and it's dark when you get there and it's dark when you leave. Being able to go and play outdoors when I was doing the spring mixer at Apex in Arvada, I really loved just being outside and getting some fresh air and playing outdoors and being active outdoors. I really enjoyed that. And then, like I had mentioned before, generally they're going to be a lower cost to play outdoors or completely free, which is huge. So those are two huge pros of playing outdoors. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Wow.
I don't. I looked
at all.
at your two things. I was like, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really played that much outside. I truly hate to be outside.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking whenever I moved to Denver, Colorado. I thought it was a city. I thought it was a metro. I didn't realize how much everyone loves to be the fuck outside
We sure
here.
do. Yeah.
I hate it.
Well-
Everyone's like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, okay.
Outside?
Outside? Are we mall walking? I'll mall walk. Let's go. So yeah, I think that your pros are great.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a lot more cons.
Sure.
Weather dependent. Again, today, hello. The rain came.
It would have
and,
been canceled.
It
if
would have
we
been
were trying to play.
canceled. And I can remember like whenever people play outside at like different mixers on Friday nights for open play, the way they'd be like, oh, are there any spots left? And I'm
That
like,
was me.
No.
There were 3 weeks in a row one time of an 8-week mixer. There were 3 weeks in a row where it got canceled due to weather. And then last minute, I was trying to find a spot in open play here at Third Shot.
Yeah.
So for sure, I mean,
Yeah.
huge factor.
Huge. So yeah, weather, big thing.
And then, like I had mentioned, kind of with the indoor, is that you're going to have more maintained courts, more even. Outdoors, you're going to encounter more uneven or less maintained courts. That's just part of it. Depends if you're going to a free court or if you're going somewhere where it's part of a pickleball kind of facility. They're going to be much more well maintained outside than like a free community court. But you're just going to encounter that a little bit more.
Have you been to Gates?
I have not.
I haven't either. I've heard it's very nice. It's just over in like a nicer part of Denver. I was just curious. One thing that's really hard for me as someone who wears glasses is the sun glare.
Yeah.
Being outside, you're playing during the day. If you look up, like there's no hope. And I guess you could wear a visor or a hat or whatever.
I wore sunglasses when I was playing outside regularly.
Yeah.
Which altered my play because I wasn't doing that otherwise.
Yeah.
And this is something for sure that we encountered watching, or we didn't encounter, but we saw watching the tournaments this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
The sun. It made a huge difference depending on which side they were on.
100%. Watching Leah and I think it was Jeannie in singles, and they had to like swap sides. Yeah, side out, whatever. I was like, oh, thank God Leia's finally in the shade because that girl was struggling. And that bitch stays squinted. She can't.
She's always squinting.
Yeah. So.
And then debris, leaves, different things are going to be on the court. That kind of goes back to how well it's maintained. So if you're doing a fully free court, there's no guarantee that someone's going to be there sweeping all the leaves off of the court every morning. Nothing I really encountered much when I was playing outdoors more often, but definitely is a factor.
Yeah. I think the real thing for me too is just being sunburned. I can't be outside. Yeah. These arms are not meant for the sun. I have car sunscreen. I have purse sunscreen. Like the way that people have chapstick, I have sunscreen. So I just being sunburned and then having to like put all that on and then go play. The one time I did, it was like dripping down my arm and I was like, this is gross. Yeah. I couldn't do it. And I have to shower like immediately. I get in the car. No, I can't. Yeah. And then again, this is a con to me, assuming that you are playing at like a free court or just like a city court, is that other people hog the courts. There was another time I tried to give it one more shot playing outside. And I like drove up, I was with Cassidy, drove up to Prospect And we pull in the parking lot. There's nowhere to park.
Yeah.
And
that park stays full.
There were so many paddles and so many people. And I literally looked at Cass and I said, we're going to get brunch instead. There's no way. And like my friends who were there, they were like, oh yeah, we had to wait forever to get a court because people just kept playing.
And then depending on the skill level, if those people keep winning, then you get to play one game and then you're off for 40 minutes waiting to play one more game against people you don't even want to play with.
No. There were so many men.
Yeah, they're everywhere outside.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I could imagine the shirtlessness that happens. Oh, I'm good. Okay. So wrapping that part up.
Yeah.
I think it's really our opinion that we're giving you. There's no facts to this except for lobbing. I'm just an indoor girl. I'm an indoor girl.
And I think that's fine. I think, I mean, certain places, we're giving our Colorado perspective. I think if you live in California or if you live somewhere that doesn't get quite extremes of weather as we do here, you probably have much more opportunity and it's probably much more comfortable playing outside for more of the year than it would be here.
Yeah.
So I think maybe for most people, I think a mix is preferred. Lots of folks that we play with also play outdoors.
Yeah, that's true.
And it makes it much more affordable. So find what works for you. There are apps. What's that one app where we'll show you all of the pickleball courts nearby? I downloaded it once when I went to Texas.
Oh, yeah.
I still have it on my phone. But there are apps, there are ways that you can find pickleball courts around you. So I would just encourage everyone to look at it. If you're not sure about pickleball and you don't want to be paying quite yet, but you want to play, find some free courts outside.
Yeah,
If you want to take drill classes, go to an indoor court. I think a mix can be really nice and can create a good balance for a lot of folks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Find whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Speaking about things working.
Oh,
Taylor Talk, because that girl's website was not working.
Not working.
Listen, the Swifties have not been able to sleep.
No.
It has been club, bus, another club, no sleep. I am so tired. I'm so stressed.
Yeah.
Literally, there was another countdown last week since we saw you. And everybody was in chat like, it's going to be signed merch. And I'm like, what does signed merch mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Does it mean like a signed cardigan or just like CDs or vinyls?
Yeah.
The Swiftie chat at work was lit. Everybody was trying to figure it out. I kid you not. I had a feeling in my bones that something was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I had, Blake, I'm sorry, on my work computer, I had my browser up. I was on my personal cell phone. I was on my personal laptop. I was on Cassidy's person. Like
Your Labubu was logged in.
Listen, we were all logged in.
Catherine, she was monitoring.
Period. She was like, Mom, wake up.
Yeah.
It's time. The site crashed. The site literally, we finally got through the countdown. We got in because it was signed albums. Everyone saw that. And thankfully, there was a button. There were 4 options, 4 variants of the CDs. And there was add all 4 to cart. And I said, period, add all 4. Oh, Jenny was also logged in.
Oh,
Jenny was on her
Jenny.
phone. She's in the car. She's like, I can't drive home because I have to get this stupid fucking signed thing.
Yeah.
So she's like in there. Alyssa's in. We're all trying. Add all 4 to cart. Glitch. Unable to add. Hello? Tay. For as much money as you've gotten from us, this website has got to work.
The amount of years taken off of our lives just to get this stuff.
Period.
The website.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful. It crashed. Everybody panicked. I just kept like refreshing on everything and was just trying to get in. I finally got all 4 in my cart.
Yay.
And literally Alyssa's face was like, no, you didn't. I'm like, you can have one. At this point, I was just like, I'm like, okay, Jenny gets one. I get one. Alyssa gets one. One of my neighbors wants one. We're going to find homes for these things. But I was in my cart it dropped at 3:00 Central, 2:00 Mountain, 3:04 Central. I work in Central Time. So it's 3:04. Why did it take me 51 minutes to check out? And then what I find interesting is I was on my personal laptop, and then on my phone, it also worked. And so it was 4 minutes behind. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep both carts open just to be sure. So I wait. We finally get to check out. I text everybody. We've got it. We're good. And then my phone was like, you have 2 minutes to your cart. I'm like, I'm just curious. Because I knew a lot of people who were trying to get this. And so I was like, I'm just curious. I let it go. And it says, you're next in line. It pops up. Everything was unavailable.
Oh.
And it said, we're sorry. The following items are no longer available in your cart. You made me sit there.
You would have fully spiraled.
I would have jumped off my balcony.
Yeah.
I would have never heard TS12. It wouldn't have happened.
That's so sad.
But it's true, Chels.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. So, signed album drop.
But you got them.
We got them.
You're here.
We're here.
You're going to hear TS12.
We're going to hear it. We have a very busy weekend.
Yeah.
Very busy weekend.
Yeah.
So, Swifties, Godspeed.
Godspeed.
And God bless. Between Jenny being here for us. Jenny gets here on Thursday.
Yeah.
Just, it's going to be so much happening.
It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot. But it's going to be so good.
Incredible.
No,
it's
I'm
going to
very...
be a really, really, really great week and weekend.
Yeah. We talked about this yesterday a little bit about just like the bop potential that we're going to hear. And Chelsea was like she's like, I just feel like it's going to bop.
I just feel that way. I feel like we're going to be, I don't know.
Twerking to father
We're
figure.
We're going to twerk to father figure.
Listen.
We're going to be throwing it back to eldest daughter. I don't know.
We probably will, honestly.
Who knows what we're going to be doing to that?
I don't want to think about it.
We'll find out.
We're going to find out very, very soon. Cassidy's infusion nurse today at chemo she's young and she's very sweet. And she's like, so like, when is Taylor's album dropping? And I'm like, girl. Friday.
4 days?
Thursday. Whatever you want to call it, depending on where you are. And she was like, so like, what's the vibe gonna be? And so I'm talking to her and Cassidy's just laughing because he's like, she doesn't really care. She's just trying to talk to you because she's trying to give you my chemo.
Yeah.
And I just fully went into it. I told her all about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jess. You got the whole thing from me.
Based on what Travis was saying.
Do we trust a white man?
We never will. We don't and we never will. And I want you all to write that down.
Cassidy's dying off screen.
The two white men sitting in here. But no, we don't.
No. Especially with someone with Kill a Trav as their Insta handle.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, yeah. So, I feel it in my bones that we're gonna be bopping. Okay?
I'm excited. I'm ready.
I'm so excited.
Listen, I'll twerk to anything. We learned that at that one club night to Adele. So
we were getting down.
We were down
for sure.
Speaking of, Adele's not the Super Bowl person. I heard that.
Bad Bunny?
I'm so fucking hyped,
excited.
Dude. I literally thought about it because we didn't watch the Super Bowl with y'all last year. And I was like, oh no, Chelsea, we're all getting together. We are fucking watching this.
If it wasn't going to be Taylor, I would want it to be him. So
I'm so excited.
It's going to be great.
I just got chills. No, he's so great. Yeah. It's going to be great. So that's Taylor talk. So everyone, if you know a Swiftie, Venmo them $50. They're going to need it.
Give them space. They're going to be going through a lot.
That's Taylor talk.
Yeah. So let's get into our upcoming events.
Yes. So we have the Mile High Classic. We've been talking about it for a couple of episodes now. It's finally happening in Louisville, Colorado, October 3rd through the 5th.
Finally happening. We also have the much awaited Winter Classic 2. That is at Third Shot in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, December 6th and 7th. And you know the drill. Discount code. Sign up with our discount code BALL2WELL10 for a discount, and come say hi to us.
Yes.
We still need to register.
Fuck. Ashley,
you
sign us up for so much shit that we don't ask to be signed up for. Sign us up for that.
Real. What's going on, mother?
Hello,
help.
And then TS12 drops October 3rd.
What?
3 days from the drop of this podcast.
The next time we see everyone for the pod,
stop.
I'm gonna throw up. TS12 will be
today.
out. Well, we can cry about something else. TS12.
Oh my god. Okay. Yep.
Okay. And then just a little reminder, we have a few little special things coming your way. So be on the lookout on the 3rd.
I need to hydrate more.
Yeah,
I should have
we
been like, just put it in me today.
Yeah, you should come with me to work and we'll put some IVs in and we'll get hydrated. So those are the big things. I mean, there are more pickleball things coming up, but these things are happening. So prepare yourselves, everybody.
Yep. So if you checked out our podcast last week on Spotify specifically, you may have seen a poll. So Chels, our question was, do you like debut?
Very straightforward.
Yeah. Cutting to the chase.
Yeah.
And the results show that everyone else answered like I did, that they haven't really listened to it. So thank y'all so much for making me not feel so alone.
We appreciate the honesty.
Listen, I'm an honest
I think
girl.
that there's a debut retribution coming when we get the re-record.
The way that Cassidy's sitting in here, just like, it's like I feel it boiling.
Cassidy,
in his blood.
I don't think you voted.
Oh, shit.
Wow. We're putting people on blast. So we're coming for you, whoever you are.
Yep.
Be ready to be called out on our podcast.
I love it.
So that's a wrap on this episode of the Ball to Well podcast. It did go so fast. Whether you're Team Dink or just here for the Taylor Talk, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Special shout out, unknowingly matching shirts to Third Shot Pickleball in Wheat Ridge, Colorado for letting us record here. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We are at Ball to Well podcast for episode updates, behind the scene laughs, and definitely a few questionable TikToks.
And then leave us a review. Share this episode with your pickle bestie. Comment. And remember, every shot is in if nobody calls it out. Love you. Bye.